It's okay not to be okay. Hi guys, how we doing? Nice to see you again, or you to see me, or me to see you. So this video is going to be all about the stigma on mental health. So in the last couple of weeks, there's been a lot of stuff surrounding mental health in the newspapers, the news, social media is massive, and I really just wanted to express my opinion and some tips and give you a bit of background information and knowledge as to how you can go about this and how you can help or how you can contribute. So Keith Flint, the lead singer of Prodigy, rest in peace, bless his cotton socks, is one of my inspirations back in the day. I've seen Prodigy live probably a good handful of times. When I was growing up, one of the most important sort of live acts when I started getting into music were, you know, Prodigy, and obviously it's a real massive shame and a massive loss. But I just wanted to make something aware that you've got this other guy, Mike from Love Island. I can't pronounce his surname, apologies about that. Again, rest in peace. He was 26, I think, years old. You've got to think like the social media platforms and how we're going about comparing ourselves, and I spoke about this in my last vlog, but how you go about comparing yourself but you subconsciously don't know you're doing it. And I can only imagine, I don't know this for a fact, this is just my opinions. Mike from Love Island, he was obviously in the social media eye straight after the show. I heard they do get some sort of form of help, obviously to break them into the celebrity life. Realistically, like, he had issues, and who knew about it? You know, from the Joe public, they didn't know about it. And how did it happen, and why did it happen, and what help did he actually seek at the time, and who was he speaking to, or who is he surrounding himself with? I always say this thing, like, surround yourself with like-minded people that give you that good energy, not that absolute bullshit that, you know, puts you down or puts you in a negative mindset. I just don't get it. I know it's hard, don't get me wrong, I know it's very difficult, but you have got that opportunity. You know, we live in a big world, there is lots of stuff you can do which doesn't cost money. You can do loads of stuff for free and go to stuff that, you know, you are surrounding yourself with like-minded people that give you that good vibe, that give you that good energy. I suppose from a mental health perspective is that people that do have mental health, whether it be anxiety, depression, psychosis, that would need to seek some sort of help. Sometimes they're getting trapped in their own mind and they can't look past it. They can't see the brighter side. They can't see the better future. They're telling themselves that it's just not possible. And then it goes back down to, if you look down to the core, like, what they surround themselves with. Is social media giving them that wrong impression of what's going on? Are they comparing themselves to other people? Are those trolls on social media commenting saying you can't do this, you're shit, or you're just blah blah blah, whatever it might be, that negative vibe? After a while, I could only imagine if they're getting 1 million likes per an Instagram post, for example, and then all of a sudden 500 comments and 200 of those comments are horrible, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna drain on you. That's gonna affect you. It's almost like unmanageable. But what do you do? I personally, right now in this current state, it's March 2019, I'm currently surrounded by a lot of people that are close to me that have got mental health issues, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I purposely try and reach out to them. I purposely make them aware that I'm there when they're ready to support or help or speak to. When I went to that Best You Expo back in February, there was a guy called Jonny Benjamin, I'll link him below. He was speaking on stage in a panel, and he was just saying the importance of telling your story, the importance of talking to someone, whether that be face to face, whether that be on phone, whether that be on tech, the importance of expressing you inside and getting that shit out of you and getting a different perspective is so damn important. However, who you're speaking to when you're speaking to at these times where people may be closest to you, these may be your immediate family, these may be your closest friends, if they are not educated on mental health, you're gonna go speak to them and explain to them your situation, and more than likely your situation to that person you're explaining it to is not going to be sounding correct or society correct, if that makes sense. So the way they're going to react to what you're telling them is, you're mad, nah, that's stupid, oh no, you're being ridiculous, oh. And I'm not being funny, if you're going to be direct like that, what do you think the outcome of that person that has got mental health issues, regardless if you know if they've got mental health issues or not, what do you think the reaction's going to be? So that person that's got the mental health issues is going to be like, well, this person is not helpful. This person's putting me down in a negative mindset. This person's just fought back. I'm trying to explain something to them. Even if they don't see it like that, that's how they're seeing it. And I'm only saying this because this is just going from my personal experience. I've seen this time and time again, and I took my own initiative to go figure out, okay, fine. So if someone comes up to me and says, so the postman has been coming here every day to deliver the post. I'm pretty sure the postman's stalking me. So, what do you say to that? No, that's ridiculous. Like, what are you going on about? That's mental. Like, don't talk stupid. Like, this is absolute bullshit. No. So what is that doing? That's putting them back probably more into the paranoia that they're actually, that story that they've just told you, they're actually more paranoid now because they're doubting themselves. So what do you say to them? Well, how about you go and tell them, okay, well, the post doesn't get delivered on the weekends if you're in the US, or if you're in the UK, the post doesn't get delivered on a Sunday. So what happens on a Sunday? Are they still stalking you? Question their methods, question their story behind what they're telling you, but make sure you question them in a very subdued, non-opinionated, non-judgmental way and see what happens. That recently happened, and I asked them, like, what happens if the post's not delivered on the weekends? Like, is that person still stalking you? On this occasion, the person in question had a very confused look on their face and said, well, I don't know. Okay, what would happen if they only come 3 times a week and delivered the post? I was like, no, but they come in 5 times a week. Right, okay, so what happens on the weekends? Silence. That's what happens. I got a silent reply. There was no reply. What I did next was I left it at that. I didn't say anything. The moral of the story is that I'm going to link some tips below, some Instagram profiles that are telling people about their stories, that are telling people how to react and how to talk back to someone who is giving you the stories, whether they be delusional, paranoia, or just completely outrageous stories that are very, very true in their head. Tip number 2, like, you need to surround yourself with the right kind of people. If you start surrounding yourself with people that got you in that place in the first place, then how do you think you're going to react? That person with issues is just going to be back in that mindset, back in that negative mindset, back in that zone where they just don't want to be, and they're fighting so hard to get out, but they don't know how to get out. If you surround yourself with like-minded, positive, good vibe, energy people, just watch what happens. I didn't believe this 2 years ago, but I fully believe it now. And trust me, it's so powerful. If you feel like you've got no one to talk to, then ask yourself these questions, like, the decisions you make in your life are going to dictate how your life is going to go. Fact. Whatever decision, whether that be the smallest little decision, whether that be the biggest decision, it's going to dictate how your life is going to be, what you're going to do and what happens and where you're going to go next. You know, even if it's a decision where, oh, I'm going to have a burger and chips rather than a chicken salad. How are you going to feel after that burger and chips? How are you going to feel after that chicken salad? The decision's yours to make, but it's that decision which you want to portray. What outcome do you want? What's the benefit of me eating that burger and chips? What's the benefit of me eating that chicken salad? Ask yourself these questions, like, what is your purpose behind you doing those things? And then the decisions you make are going to be the most important things you do, small or big. Probably the smaller ones are more important than the bigger ones. They are usually the ones that come in mass volume. Those, you know, you probably make about 100 decisions a day. Do I want to get up right now? Do I want to stop watching TV? How would it look like if I jumped in the shower now rather than going out later? Should I have this next cigarette, or should I wait another hour? Should I go out and meet my friends who potentially maybe put me in a negative mindset? Or should I go out with my friends who would actually, you know, do something fun and get me happy and get me on a good vibe? The decisions you make are the most important thing. That's basically the moral of the story, is that surround yourself with like-minded people. If you haven't got mental health issues and you know someone who may have it, just do a bit of education. There's Instagram profiles where you can read up how to deal with someone, what to say when they say this. Like, there's so many different things you can do at the moment, and there's so much information out there. I'm going to link everything below, which I've seen or found so far. I know there's a lot more out there, but it's out there, and just take half an hour, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes to read that Instagram post where it tells you. I'll link one up here now so you can see. And there's so many different ways and things you can do to help yourself help that other person. I hope this has helped. More to follow on this. Whatever you're doing, if you are there and you know someone with mental health issues, it's good to talk. Reach out to them. Ask them how they are, and then ask them again, how are you? I was questioning whether to put this video out or not. Reason why is because, is what I'm saying wrong? Is what I'm saying not politically correct? Do you know what? I don't care. Ultimately, if I'm trying to create awareness about mental health, that can only be a good thing, right? It can only be a good thing. If you have some information, or you have a view, you have an opinion that's going to put a positive effect on mental health and the stigma of mental health, put it out there in the world. There's no reason for you to stop. There's no reason for you to not do it. It can only be a benefit. I just want to finish on this something. If you're watching this video and you've watched this to the end, I appreciate it. If you are suffering, if you are feeling the need to talk, but you don't know who to talk to, choose someone impartial. Choose someone non-judgmental. Choose someone non-opinionated. Choose someone you probably don't have a relationship with, because I've seen just from my experience that you can speak openly to that person. It's okay not to be okay. Alright, peace out. I'll see you next one. Take care.